What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Denise Evans, the Making Change podcast. And I was absent last week for my Monday motivation. And I was going to give you a million excuses. I traveled to Mississippi last Monday. But the truth of it is that an excuse is just a lie dressed up in designer threads. I have two homes. First and foremost, where I was born and bred was Mississippi. My second home is San Diego. And in the last 45 to 50 days, I have managed to visit both of those places. And what I recognize is that we all have trauma to deal with that we haven't, especially coming from the demographic that I come from. You see, I didn't want to lay on a whole bunch of excuses to you as to why I didn't tune in, because the truth of it is that I was vibrating at a very low frequency. You see, when I go to those places, what I recognize is that not only have I not dealt with my trauma, but the people around me haven't dealt with theirs. We have to find a way to prioritize what we need. We have to find a way to normalize counseling, therapy. We have to normalize being communicative because it is so important, but we got to stop relying and laying so heavily on excuses. In that process of being home, what I recognized was that there were a lot of things that I hadn't dealt with personally. And it was so easy to put that on my mother, my father, my lineage, when the truth of it is that the resources that I need are laying right there at my feet. And the only thing I have to do is acknowledge that something is off, that something doesn't feel right. But what I don't get to do is go through this life making excuses, so stop it. If you are who you are and you love who you are, make no excuses about it. Don't mince words about it. But if you are at a place in your life that life feels insufferable, you do not know how you are going to make it through to tomorrow, then acknowledge the fact that you have not dealt with your trauma and stop making excuses. Stop blaming why your life didn't go right on the person that you laid up with, that you chose. Whether that's your baby mama, your baby daddy, your ex-husband, your ex-wife, your ex-partner. Stop laying the blame at their feet and stop making excuses. Own your life and whatever it looks like, the good, bad, the ugly, and everything in between. But stop making excuses, because here's the truth of it. The people who are real, who can see through that bullshit, they're not buying it. The beauty of having kids is that children deal in logic. And logically, your kids can see you struggling. But we're throwing every excuse that we can up against the wall, hoping that it sticks. Stop making excuses. Get up off your ass. Be motivated for the week to come. Understand that you get 365 days a year to change the way that you live, to change your perspective on life. You don't have to be stuck in that same rut, but the choice is yours. Stop making excuses. If you are down and out, the man has nothing to do with your issues. Stop making excuses. Wake up tomorrow revived. Wake up in a place that is unstoppable. Pray. Journal. But recognize that your life is yours, and every time the sun shines and your eyes open, you have the ability to reinvent yourself. So stop making excuses. Because the truth of it is, nobody's listening. And for anyone who has lived a life, they can see through our bullshit every day. So stop making excuses and be you. Authentically you, whatever that looks like. If you ratchet as hell, if you are square, be you. And be the best version of you. Have a wonderful week. And stop making excuses.